Hi, and welcome to another edition of Onside SA, our soccer show. And as we know, the big leagues are starting this weekend. We've got the English Premier League, and there's a top 8 competition here in South Africa. So we're going to be focusing on our main leagues, which are the South African League and, of course, the English Premier League. Two exciting leagues, and it's that time of the year now where everybody's getting excited. But before we start, Budgie and I are going to talk about last one standing. This competition is picking up momentum now. And Budge, people are flying into it.
Yeah, we've got over 100 odd entries, Paul. You know, It starts Saturday 10 or Saturday this weekend. Yeah. So people are coming in. You know, Durban, or most people, last minute entries.
So, you know, it's a thing where a lot of guys have got hold of me and said, I've got to get on, I've got to get on. And Budge, they've got to be able to get hold of your number.
Yeah, numbers are. So, onsidesa.co, so that's our website, all the rules on there. Just click on the last one standing rules.
And they can get their bets on.
Yeah, all they've got to do.
If they're stuck, can they call you?
Of course. You know, as I said, people at me, email me, budgieb@betting.it, all the cell phone numbers on there.
There's a cell phone number
076 0258 432, yeah.
Okay, so everyone's got those. I need people to know. I don't want to come to me after week one, because after week one, but they're going to crumble. Those dominoes are going. Those
dominoes are falling,
And what we're going to try and do, I believe you want to organise, is that you'll each week show who's still in.
Yes. Well, I'm just waiting for Dennis Weston, our computer boffin at Gold Circle here, just to get a certain segment where I can list everybody's names and selections on it. So there's no discrepancies and people come in and say, oh, well, how do we know?
Yeah.
No,
it's a wonderful prize, and it's hell of a tough budget.
No, it's difficult. There's only one thing I'd like to add, Paul, is that whoever deposits their money, I've got one guy who deposited money with no reference. So just please,
put their name?
Bear their name and cell phone number,
Okay, for those of you, remember we ran out of time. It's Thursday already. It starts this weekend. We're confident we'll go through the league 2 or 3 times with this type of tournament, because people are going to fall away like dominoes. And you've got your idea of what you're going to go for?
Well, I'm not in it, Paul, but...
I'm in it to win it.
No, you're in to win it, but I'm not in it, just in case people think there's corruption, which there won't be.
No, there's no chance of that. And listen, we're here to...
it's a fun aspect.
Cause. It's a lot of fun and a good cause. But let's get on to football. What has happened is we had the Community Shield and we saw the big guns step out. I thought Arsenal shaded them.
Yeah, until the first half, definitely. Then it went 1-0. Then I thought Chelsea were really on top. Terrible tackle, Pedro. Guys are saying it was only a yellow card.
Oh, it was vicious.
Paul, it was a vicious tackle. He couldn't have got the ball. I think it was a red card.
Yeah.
Changed the game.
They're saying this year, Buds, they're going to be tough in England. Paul, they should be. Because there's too many people walking around. If you watch Mick Shannon walk today, you'd think he's got out of a wheelchair, and he was a legendary player. But the tackles take their toll in rugby.
Yeah.
One day we'll all play with scrum caps. But the story with this game was there were a couple of new faces.
Yeah.
And Arsenal put a boy up front.
Like I said, I thought he wasn't bad.
I thought he hit the post.
Yeah, hit the post.
He's got a lovely touch, and he goes forward. And who's that Hulk Hogan who got the equaliser?
He's a Croatian. Big, strong left back,
He reminds me a little bit of the Chelsea right back of Ivanovic. What was his name? He had a chest on him. And that
big, strong boy.
Big, strong boy. He looks a good boy. Yeah. So
nice left-footed player. He'll come into the team.
Yeah, they said, the Arsenal said, we still got the Sanchez, we still got this guy and that guy and that guy. But you can only play 11.
Only play 11.
And Chelsea had players out too. What did you think of them?
I just started to make excuses all of a sudden, Conte. How do you get Morata fit? You've got to play him. You can't play him 20 minutes. Start him from the beginning.
Let him get tired.
Rudiger, 30 million, big centre half. You've got to play them, Paul. You can't win games fitness-wise on the training.
Maybe he's going to play in the league. Maybe
he's got no option.
This Tupperware Shield's not everyone's cup of tea. But it's a big crowd, it's a big occasion, and it's bragging rights, basically.
Local derby too, Paul. You don't want to lose the beginning of the season.
No, your beloved United, also winners of Tupperware last year. It's all they won. Big money and won Tupperware. They went for the UEFA Super Cup.
Yeah.
They played well, I thought.
Yeah, we did okay, Paul. You can't outplay the Spanish teams.
Yeah.
Modric is a superb player. Isco, for me, was the best player in Spain last year.
Yeah.
You never get the prize because Ronaldo and Messi get it every year. Isco is outstanding. And, you've got Cruz and them. Paul, they can play.
Yeah.
You can't outplay them. It's only when my boy Fellaini came on, we went route one direct, that we caused him any problems.
Now, Fellaini, I believe they're trying to headhunt him. I should use a better word.
Let's talk about...
Should use a better word with this kind of... But there's talk of him being nailed to somewhere else, you know.
Paul, I think it's a Turkish club, but Mourinho won't let him
Chelsea
go.
are after our Spurs boy, Rose.
Yeah,
I hope he
Chelsea
doesn't
are
go.
after. It's just the press, Paul.
Yeah, it's just the press. Jeez, don't they write a bit of rubbish, you know?
Spurs aren't going to sell. Why?
Yeah, no, Spurs ain't going to sell him, you know. And Spurs go in. Pochettino has said he will make 3 or 4 signings before the end of the window. Yeah. But he's going in. He's going into this game with no Trippier, no Lamela, no Wanyama. Our first match away.
But you know, you've got Dyer, you've got Dembele.
We've got players. We've got players.
Spurs have got a quality 14-man setup.
Yeah,
you just need to get somebody up front, I believe, to rest Kane and Ali.
Right, quickly, Premiership transfers. Liverpool reject 90 million for Coutinho, Philippe Coutinho.
Yeah.
Very good player, Budge.
Top player. I just think this will sum up English football. You know, Spain come looking for the silky players. Fenway Sports Group, the guys that own Liverpool, this will determine what are they in it for to win trophies, or are they in it for money? If they sell Coutinho, there'll be a riot.
Barcelona, that's big money. It's a lot of money. You know, we talk about players being sold for 50, 60 million. This is 90 million.
But, you know, how do you justify it, though? You know, 90 million, I wouldn't sell him. If I'm a Liverpool supporter, I've got 2 brothers, I want to win trophies.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about
big
clubs.
When did they win something serious? Long time.
Long time. I think it was the Europa, the Champions League.
Paul Kruger's funeral.
2005,
I think it was Paul Kruger's funeral when they last won a big one. They want to give 77 million up front and the balance.
Well, they got 198 million up front from PSG. So that was one of the conditions. You want him, you've got to pay the whole lump sum up front.
Okay.
So they've obviously nice.
Andre Gray, good goal scorer.
Yeah,
he
strange.
decided to go to Watford, eh?
Yeah, it was the last year of his contract. And they offered him a decent deal. He turned it down. Now, it was strange. I spoke to Nigel Swinbank last night. I WhatsApped Nigel. Now, his dad, Roy, has been a Burnley fan for close on 50 years.
Amazing. And Nigel, that's where Nigel gets from his old man. Eh? But he's had to go through some tough years.
Well, you know, he sent me in 1977. He must have been 10. His dad took him to Turf Moor to watch Burnley. So if he doesn't watch United, he's a loyal Burnley supporter. And they worried this year. You can't sell your centre forward, especially to a club that are struggling like Watford.
Yeah, well, so, Stevie B, my mate Stevie B, who is the going to be voicing a few things for us here on the show, sent me the photo that 50 years as supporter at Fulham, a big trophy and everything. So these guys are diehards.
And it's the smaller clubs that appreciate the fans. The bigger clubs, well, the next lot arrive. But the smaller clubs...
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Good luck to Burnley. Hope they stay up again.
Now, betting. This is where people want to have a gamble. You've got to get on Track and Ball will offer you these odds. To win the Premiership, Man City.
Yeah, it has to be. If Vincent Kompany stays fit, Paul, they'll be hard to beat.
Is he that good?
Yeah. You know, you can't have...
Who's going to buy the boy from Southampton who he's asked for a transfer?
Virgil van Dijk. Well, he wants to go to Liverpool.
Does he?
Yeah. But,
Chelsea 7-2 last year's winners. A good price if you're a Chelsea fan. 7-2 Man United. Maybe spend some more. Spend some more. Mourinho. Has he ever brought boys through? Have to go back to Porto days.
Yeah.
Tottenham 10-1. We don't win anything, but we're a good team. Arsenal 12-1. They're looking good.
Have them, yeah.
And Liverpool 12-1.
Yeah, you know, it all depends on the Champions League. The further you go, you know, the tougher it's going to get.
Yeah.
I think Man City are the right price, 18 10.
Arsenal got to start playing in that.
Yeah, I can't in the Tea Room Cup, the Europa. I can't have Arsenal, Paul. I know they'll be a contender for a while, but I can't have them. Yeah.
I'm very excited about this league.
I know it's going to be bumper. Yeah.
Top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Harry Kane.
Yep.
I was reading the stats somewhere. Harry Kane has scored more hat-tricks in the Premier League than like the top 5 players in the world nearly. It was amazing, his stat of hat-tricks. He's at 28-10.
Yeah.
Spurs will take it. Romelu Lukaku is a very good player, 4-1. He nearly got it from Everton.
Yeah.
He'll get a bit more service from United. Sergio Aguero, superb player.
Yeah, I like him. That's my tip.
6-1.
6-1. If I was having a bet, I think Kane's too short. You know, Spurs should go at least.
It all depends on injuries. Having your bet here, if you can survive injuries, because a player like Gabriel Jesus, he's a quality player.
Yeah.
He's a young man, 8-1. Morata comes into town.
Yeah, you know, you still got to get fit. Don't know if you'll start.
I do like Lacazette. I only seen him once. Good player, 12-1. Sanchez, 16-1. Yeah. And this is interesting. The top Liverpool man to win the title is Mane.
Yeah.
If he's sound, he's a great player. Pacey, 30-1.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But they scored tons of goals, Liverpool.
Yeah, he could soon move up. Like this will change.
If you're having a bet and wanted to lay off somewhere, you got to take 30-1 him.
Yeah.
How can he be 30-1 and Gabriel Jesus 8-1? Doesn't make sense. But for me,
Jesus.
the value is Sadio Mane and Aguero. Those would be the two I'll be backing, top goal scorer.
Harry Kane. Top London club. Come on, guys. This is interesting. There's 6 or so. Chelsea, 8-10.
Yeah, I can't have them this year.
They were clear last year when the league was done. 23-10 Tottenham, not a bad price.
Yeah.
And then Arsenal 29-10.
23-10 for me, Paul. Spurs. Yeah.
I do like the way you're talking, Budge. You keep it up. You keep it up, Budge. Top Midlands club. Now this, I think you've jumped into this one quickly because Leicester City are 9-10, Stoke City are 21-10, and West Brom are 26-10. You like Leicester?
Yeah, I think better this season. Initial better this season.
Have they taken any?
Well, they signed
Drinkwater. They're not selling. They're not selling.
No,
Shakespeare's 3-part step.
Well, he's got the only player that may leave is Maritz. Roma have come in with 30. They want 40 million before they're going to talk. Good player. I think he'll stay.
Yeah, I hope so.
You know, and I think 9-10 is theft because Mark Hughes is in trouble.
I'm going to remind you later.
Fair enough.
All right, here we go. Now it's time. We've waited a long time. We've gone through all these different leagues. We're getting into the English Premier League now. And let's have a look first. First game up, Arsenal at home to Leicester. Last year's 5th place, 12th.
Yeah.
So your beloved Leicester could start behind.
Well, under pressure, but it's Friday night. So these games don't obviously...
Tomorrow night.
Friday night kickoff, yeah. So it should be Arsenal, but Leicester, I think there's goals in this game, Paul.
Yeah, so do I. Leicester lost last year.
Yeah.
Hull beat them opening game. Do you remember? Hull.
I know.
To Hull and back.
Actually backed Leicester that day. 2-1, yeah.
Yeah, but that's right. So we're going Arsenal.
Should be Arsenal.
They'll have to get their penalties. They were good with their penalties. Give them 10 out of 10 for penalties. Arsenal
the
penalties. Chelsea, Coutinho looked like Norse. Watford, who came 17th last year at home to Liverpool. Liverpool too strong?
Should be. You know, Marco Silva's gone there. You know, Mini Mourinho, the guy from Hull.
He's very good.
Yeah, well, he signed Andre Gray. They've signed a young Brazilian from Fluminense. So we'll see. But they're under pressure, Watford. They were hanging on it to death. Yeah. Liverpool have been impressive. You know, they played great when they beat Bayern Munich 3-0 away.
And they got Andy Gray, we spoke earlier.
Andre Gray, yeah. That's the Watford.
Andre Gray, yeah.
You know, Mini Mourinho should be call him. He'll try and set up
tight. Has he got a mini budget too?
Yeah, he hasn't got a budget. But
Mourinho walks home with a checkbook, man. Great
got
manager,
a fancy
great
Liverpool.
Character, yeah. But let's go with Liverpool. Liverpool have had 9 friendlies.
Yeah.
1-7,
drew 2. They drew Atletico Madrid, lost on penalties. They look good, Liverpool.
They're a good team.
Good team, yeah.
They're overdue, you know. It's every year you think, well, Liverpool can do it. No, I'm a big fan of Jurgen Klopp and everything about him. I like the man.
Good guy.
A good guy, very nice guy. Nice to see a couple of Germans coming into the league because they've always been top footballing people. Right, Chelsea last year's win at home to Burnley, 16th.
It does look the banker, doesn't it? You know, now that Andre Gray's left Burnley, you know, if Chelsea score, they win.
No Hazard. No Pedro, no Costa.
No Costa, yeah. You just don't know whether he's got to start Morata, Rudiger. He's got to start playing these guys. He spent a fortune on.
Has to.
So,
and then Burnley, that's Sean Dyche with the voice, most expensive watch in the league.
You know, Jonathan Walters will come up front, him and the big Welshman Sam Fuggs. They'll have a go. You know, but they've lost Michael Keane at the back. They're going to struggle, especially this week.
He
went to Everton, 30 million.
Yeah.
So a real tough opener for Burnley. Yeah.
Okay, Crystal Palace. Bugsy says they're certainties. Now, who's in charge there now? Frank de Boer.
Frank de Boer, the Dutchman. Yeah, he got fired at Inter Milan last year. He came in, they spent a lot of money. There was trouble. He ended up leaving. Yeah, they've kept their main player, our man, onside Benteke. This should be
He's always offside.
Yeah, they should be good thing. But there's only, you know, Huddersfield got promoted.
German coach?
German coach, very good. David Wagner. He signed a lot of players. I just worry about them away from home early. You'll go and park the bus. Just don't see them containing Benteke.
Tom Ince, main signing.
Yeah, that we are 10 million.
Good player.
No, well, it's Paul Ince's son. He's been around on the fringes for a while.
Paul Ince was superb player. Superb player. England international. So his son, okay.
But under pressure first game.
Okay, so Crystal Palace.
It should
for
be
Bugsy. Bugsy said certainties. Everton. Now Ronald Koeman is making a great name for himself. He's going to end up at a massive club one day.
Yeah.
This club is a club that seems to set you up for a time and then fade away. It's happened to Moyes.
Yeah.
It happened to the boy who's gone to Belgium.
Yeah.
And now
Martinez.
Can Koeman?
There's only one thing. Those two guys never had much money. You know, Koeman's got a Chinese backer. I think he has big money.
Yeah, they signed 11 players.
Yeah, but you know, they sold Lukaku, saying, well, we only spent 5 or 10 million. They got Rooney for nothing. You know,
Arsenal saying, listen, we've got a great bank balance and we're not making Champions League. Doesn't cut.
No, it doesn't cut.
Especially with those Arsenal fans. They demand success. So if this guy's going to use the same tactics, well, I can sell my top players and I'll buy, and at the end of the day, our balance sheet will look good.
Yeah, well, Lukaku wanted to go, bigger challenge. So
Yeah.
he's brought a lot of young guys, brought a new keeper, Jordan Pickford, was it
He
Sunderland?
got 75 million for Lukaku.
Lukaku, yeah.
That's big money, eh?
Big money. So, he's funded it. He
That's
wanted away.
your checkbook,
Yeah,
man.
another...
Stoke City. Now, Mark Hughes has always been his teams are nutty. They're gutsy. What do you think?
Well, they haven't signed anybody. Darren Fletcher, money-wise. Darren Fletcher came on a free. They're lucky they got Kurt Zuma, the guy that did his cruciate at Chelsea.
Oh,
he's
yes.
a big centre-half.
He's on loan.
Yeah, Soldernatovic. They're under pressure this year, Stoke.
What's
Yeah.
the,
Went to
what's
West
the
Ham,
little Swiss
25
guy
million.
up front? He's a good player.
Yeah, they've got Shaqiri.
Yeah.
But, they're under
Shaqiri,
pressure.
the hips don't lie.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Southampton. A lot of people are saying it could be the year. Pellegrino.
Yeah.
Good coach.
Yeah, good guy. He was at Alaves last year, did a good job. He was with Rafa Benitez at Liverpool. Actually played for Liverpool, assistant coach there. He's clever, Paul. The Virgil van Dijk saga obviously worries me, but Swansea have also got the Gylfi Sigurdsson saga.
They sold Jay Rodriguez.
Yeah, they went to West Brom for 15 million. But Southampton are a selling club. You've got to fancy Southampton at home. But Swansea towards the end under Paul Clement were hard to beat.
He looks like he knows what he's doing, that Englishman.
Very good. Ancelotti takes him everywhere with him. So he was with Ancelotti at Bayern before he came to Swansea. You've got to fancy Southampton, but don't be surprised
nice to see
if
an
it's a draw.
Englishman doing well in the
I think
Premier
it's
League.
only him and Eddie Howe.
Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go for
Southampton, but that's the trick one. Yeah.
West Brom, Bournemouth.
I like Bournemouth.
10 plays 9 from last year.
West Brom towards the end, Paul.
Tony Pulis.
I think he's going to come under pressure early on. Bournemouth have spent a bit of money. They've got Nathan Ake from Chelsea. He was on loan there, went back to Chelsea. They've got Defoe. Aspiring. I think they could be a top 10 team again this year.
West Brom?
No, Bournemouth. West Brom, I don't know, Paul. It's time for him to start attacking Tony Pulis.
Yeah.
So we'll see early on. They're set-piece masters, aren't they?
Yeah, they
Free
love
kick,
being
get
up
them
there.
in. So it won't be easy. I think there'll be plenty of goals in this game. But I like Bournemouth with the two teams.
Brighton, promoted. Tough opening game, but they'll have the fans there. And who rolls into town? Man City.
Well, talk about Mourinho spending money. Guardiola plays him on the break.
Yeah, no, these guys, sheesh.
But they had to, they don't care, Paul. They come in, you want me to win the league, you want me to be involved in the Champions League. I want to get rid of these 8. I want 8 replacements. So
you can only play 11. You can only play 11. There's hundreds of great footballers. You can only play 11.
Yeah.
So Pep Guardiola, who's under pressure.
Yeah.
Believe me, he's under pressure. So he signed 3 new fullbacks.
Well, they spent 130 million on 50 for Kyle Walker, 50 for, I think it's Brendan Mendy from Monaco, and 26 for Danilo. And 2 of them weren't playing in their teams.
Yeah,
but he's going to play 3 at the back. But Vincent Kompany's the key to their team. If he stays fit.
Would they be interested in the boy from Southampton, Virgil?
Well, initially, yes. But, they've spent 49 on Stones. They've got Otamendi. They've spent Mangala. They've spent £300 million on defensive players over the last couple of years. Crazy.
I hope they get rolled. Phil Giorgio and his Man City. Yeah. Newcastle United, they're up. They played Tottenham. A tough reintroduction for Newcastle. We got shocking memories. We're going back to put the record straight. We were chasing Chelsea.
5 or 6.
They had 10 men. They beat us 5-3. They had 10 men.
Yeah.
So Rafa Benitez, 10 out of 10 for loyalty. He stayed with them. He brought them back up. And...
I just don't
not
see
much
it,
money. Yeah, not much money. I can't see it either. I think
they
got it all
Spurs
to
will
do.
roll them easily.
I think Spurs have sold Walker and somebody else we sold.
Yeah, and Clinton and G went back to France. But I think, if you're looking at a lurker, first manager to go, I think Rafa Benitez. Because if they get a few smacks early on, he's going to look for money. If he doesn't get money, don't be surprised if he walks. Yeah.
Okay, he's done a good job getting back
superb
up.
manager. Yeah.
Man United, at home, checkbook Mourinho. Against West Ham. Now, West Ham, Slaven Bilic has got fans.
Yeah.
He stood up to petulant forwards, players.
Payet.
He said, "You get out of here." He's quite a firm guy, and I think people respect that.
The fans and the ex-players love him because he played there.
Yeah, that's right. No new signing. Brought in 4 new players. I see here.
Zabaleta from Man City, Joe Hodgson,
Chicharito,
Man United, Bojanovic.
Listen, he's going to have an effective side. Yeah. I think United will be too strong.
Hopefully.
Matic, Lukaku, they're good players. He hasn't bought bad players.
Mourinho doesn't buy many duds.
Checkbook Mourinho. Okay, but he's had a great warm-up. It doesn't mean much, but he's had a great warm-up. Right. Let's go local, because local's going to be big this year. Local's going to be big. Amazulu got a new manager. Now they bought their way back in.
Yeah, I know. 45,
Calvin
50.
Johnson from Platinum Stars.
Yeah, good coach, local guy, Johannesburg guy. I like him. Good
Is
signing.
Kevin, is it Kevin Johnson?
Kevin, yeah, with a C. Yeah, I like him, Paul. He's done a good job wherever he's gone. You know, I think it's a good signing, Amazu. They're under pressure to stay in the league.
Okay.
Won't be easy with those owners, but...
All right, so this weekend is the quarterfinals,
Yeah.
MTN quarterfinals. Bidvest Wits, Golden Arrows.
Yeah, it should be Bidvest Wits.
Yeah.
You know, Gavin will have them fired up. You know, he gets them organised early. Should be too good for Golden Arrows.
Cape Town City now with Benny McCarthy.
Yeah,
a lot of
this
people
is-
are looking at him too. He's got big shoes to fill.
Yeah, you know, it's easy to sit on the TV and talk like you and I, but to
Yeah.
go and do it on the training pitch, it won't be easy. Polokwane, one of those draw specialist teams. You know, Cape Town City should go through, but it
Yeah.
won't be easy.
Kaiser Chiefs, Steve Compella versus Eric Tinkler, now a Supersport. This will be tough.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, Supersport, good cup team. The game's at Moses Mabhida here in Durban. You know,
Okay.
it's hard to beat Chiefs, but I think the draw's a big player in that game, Paul.
Okay, and then Mamelodi Sundowns
Yeah,
versus
they should
Maritzburg.
be
You know,
too
they'll
good
be too
for-
good. I
Yeah.
really think so. Pizza Motsawani against, what's his name? Davids.
Yeah, Fadlu Davids.
Fadlu. I don't understand that name. Fadlu, a strange name. Okay, so somebody got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Then next week they start.
Next week, during the week, the league starts.
During the week. Okay, so we're on top of both of them. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go look at bets. Very interesting. Let's go look at Budge's bets. We start off with the soccer 6. And Budge, I know you're going to strike quickly because you understand this league. Let's have a look at the first sheet.
Yeah, you know, I've gone win and draw Cape Town City with Polokwane. I've gone Aston Villa win and draw at...
Did Aston Villa draw their first game?
Yeah, they drew 1-0.
John Terry.
They drew
Yeah.
with Hull City. I don't see them getting beaten at Cardiff.
Okay.
Now I've gone the field with Reading and Fulham.
Fulham.
Mate Stevie B, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Reading are hard to beat at home. I think
Yeah.
they're the fourth best record
They were
at
stiff
home.
not to come up.
Yeah, they're unlucky. You know, Sheffield Wednesday should be too good for QPR. I like Middlesbrough. They lost 1-0 at the danger team Wolves last week. And I've gone the field with Kaiser Chiefs Supersport, 216.
216, our usual amount. Now we go to the next one. This is now where we can
Yeah.
see. Okay.
Well, you know,
Bank at
it
Chelsea.
looks fairly simple, but I've thrown a few draws in because you've got to look to try and beat. Chelsea should be too good for Burnley.
Yeah.
You know, I've thrown the draw in with Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace do look good things, but I've thrown the draw in looking for an upset. Likewise, Everton and Stoke. There's always one upset in the
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
You know, Stoke are a funny team, so I've thrown the draw in there. I've gone Southampton win and draw against Swansea. I've gone the field with West Brom and Bournemouth, and Bank at Man City 144. You know, obviously, if you want to shave it, you don't want to spend 72 bank on one of the other twos.
Okay, the 10.
Yeah, the soccer 10, I've gone Aston Villa win and draw. I think Chelsea will be too good for Burnley. I've gone Palace win and draw against Huddersfield. Everton, likewise, win and draw against Stoke City. I've gone the field with Reading and Fulham. I've banked Sheffield Wednesday to beat QPR. I've gone Southampton win and draw against Swansea. I've gone the field with West Brom and Bournemouth. Banker Man City and Banker Middlesbrough. Obviously, if you want to shave it or halve the pool, you could bank Everton or Crystal Palace, or if you fancy Southampton, and obviously narrow the perm down. Yeah.
Okay, now the soccer 13 is where the dosh is. This is hard.
Well, you know,
Buzz.
we've obviously have a dip here. We spend our customary 400. I've banked Man City and Chelsea. I've gone Crystal Palace win and draw against Huddersfield. Likewise, Everton and Stoke, and Southampton against Swansea. I've given Bournemouth the nod against West Brom, win and draw Bournemouth. Likewise, Aston Villa win and draw Cardiff City.
Okay, here we go.
I've gone, I like Wolves this year. I've gone Wolves win and draw. It'll be a tough game. It's a 1-2-3 game, that, Paul, but I've got to side with one of them. So I've gone with Wolves win and draw. Millwall, you could bank a Millwall against Wanderers. They both got promoted last year, but I've thrown the draw in there. Banker Sheffield Wednesday to beat QPR. Banker Middlesbrough to beat Sheffield Wednesday. I've gone win and draw Fulham at Reading, and I've banked it Sirius. So going well in the Swedish Allsvenskan at a struggling Halmstad, 409.
Okay, and now, again, as I always say, the best part, your bets. Let's go for the Premiership Quartet first.
Yeah, you know, I've gone Chelsea to beat Burnley, I've gone Crystal Palace to beat Huddersfield, and I've gone Man City and Tottenham to win by more than one goal against Brighton and Newcastle. I worked out at 10-1.
Championship Quad.
Yeah, I've gone Brentford to beat Nottingham Forest. I've gone Millwall to beat Bolton. Sheffield Wednesday to beat QPR, and Middlesbrough to beat Sheffield United. Worked out at 12-1, yeah.
Okay, the win or draw.
The win or draw 5, yeah, I've gone Bournemouth to win or draw at West Brom. I've gone Aston Villa win and draw at Cardiff. I've gone for Wolves to get a win or draw at Derby. I like Preston to get something at Leeds United. And I think Bristol City will get something at Harry Redknapp's Birmingham City. 7.5
They started
to
with
1.
a loss, or was it?
Yeah, they got beat 1-0, yeah.
Yeah. Both teams,
to score. I've gone West Brom, Bournemouth, Barnsley, Ipswich, Leeds, Preston, and Norwich, Sunderland. Just over 10-1.
Okay, and then we got the 2.5 goals.
Yeah, over 2.5 goals. Hoping for a bumper weekend at goals, especially in the Premiership. I've gone West Brom, Bournemouth, Brighton, Man City, Newcastle, Tottenham, and Brentford, Forest. It worked out at 10-1.
Okay, and then the
And
six.
the six are next. I've gone Chelsea to beat Burnley, Tottenham to beat Newcastle, Man United to beat West Ham, Hull City to beat Burton Albion, Middlesbrough to beat Sheffield United, and Sheffield Wednesday to beat QPR, 15-1.
Okay, fantastic. But now I'm really into it. And as I say, next week we'll be adding South African soccer in as well. But just before we go, Butch, just repeat that number that people can get a hold of you.
076
Yes.
02 58 432.
So those of you watching the show, it's come up a couple of times the number. Get hold of Budge. Last one standing, and it's not last man standing because we've already had a good few women enter. And they could be whizzing overseas to watch the team of their choice. But it's a great concept, it's a great idea, great bragging rights. And believe me, by this time next week, 30-40% will be too gone. Well, stay on side.